And react and maybe narrow that down a little bit. But I will say, this game is tilted heavily towards the offense's advantage.
Aldrick Rosas of the Giants has the honors as we get underway in the NFL Pro Bowl. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The AFC heading out on offense, and leading him is number 15 from the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, in his first ever Pro Bowl.
Get your tux, get your best suit. Let's head to the red carpet. NFL Honors is coming up, and he will be the heavy favorite to be the NFL MVP. And let's face it, we'll see him here at the Pro Bowl many times to come in future years.
Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. A first-time Pro Bowler. Here's James Conner of the Steelers. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Well, quite a front seven for the NFC. Jordan, Donald, Fletcher, Lawrence, Cox, they've all been here before, as have the linebackers, Mack, Kuechly, and Kerrigan. Though for Khalil Mack, it's his first appearance in an NFC uniform after 3 Pro Bowl selections as an Oakland Raider. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Conner. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. The NFC offense taking the field, being led in blue by the NFL's all-time passing leader. 12th Pro Bowl nomination for the great QB from New Orleans, Drew Brees.
And you and I both know that this is not easy for him. It's fun to play football at any time, but you know he'd rather be preparing for the Super Bowl and still trying to get that missed call out of his head that may have prevented his Saints from getting there.
Now a play fake. Brees. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Starters for the NFC across the O-line. It's Tyron Smith of Dallas at left tackle. Brandon Brooks of the Eagles at left guard. You got Alex Mack, the center of the Falcons. Another Cowboy, Zach Martin at right guard. And then Teron Armstead of the Saints holding down the right side. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Brees. High throw, but he makes the catch. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. For Drew Brees, this is his 12th Pro Bowl nomination. Though he hasn't played all 12 years, but still, what a career and what a season. And to do it at this age, unbelievable.
Not too bad for a guy who turned 40 the week leading up to the NFC Championship game. He keeps himself in such superb physical condition and still loves everything that goes along with football. He may play till he's 60.
Brees turns for the NFC first. Well, he was so good throwing the football on third down during the regular season. Why wouldn't it carry over here to the Pro Bowl?
Sometimes that's just who you are, right? If you're good at something, as you said, during the regular season, So what if it's with a bunch of guys you're unfamiliar with? It's third down. He finds a way to convert.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. This is the Rams' Todd Gurley, his 3rd Pro Bowl in 4 seasons. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. Rosa's kick is good. And the NFC out to an early 3-0 lead.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. Well, we can continue to talk Pro Bowl as we go along, but let's talk a little Super Bowl. Super Bowl 53, 1 week from today over in Atlanta, New England taking on the Rams. Time for your Super Bowl prediction, CD. What do you think?
Well, everyone thinks defense when they think the New England Patriots. But in the time that they've had their head coach and their quarterback, Tom Brady, guess what? They're the #1 offensive team in the NFL. And you know the Rams are high flyers as well. So that tells me that this Super Bowl, low scoring. It's going to be a total anomaly. I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of 30.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the NFC is going to have a short field as they take over 1st and 10.
You ready?
On 1st down, it's Gurley. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley of Baltimore with a tackle. When you think about the history of this Pro Bowl game, there was an all-star game going all the way back to 1939, but it officially became called the Pro Bowl in, I think, 1951.
You're exactly right. And that game was played out in L.A., in the same stadium where the L.A. Rams currently play. And back then they split it into conferences, the American Conference versus the National Conference. The American Conference won 28-27. MVP of the game, quarterback Otto Graham, nickname Automatic.